but the band sounds nothing like they used to. This episode's about Linkin Park.
If Chester Bennington was alive today, he would have never accepted Linkin Park.
My opinion is I don't like the way this sounds. Nothing disrespectful about, hey, I really enjoyed the legacy of Chester Bennington with Linkin Park, and this doesn't sound like it's doing it justice.
It's been around 9 years since he passed away, and Linkin Park has become unrecognizable every year. Chester's mother feels betrayed. His son feels betrayed.
Mike Shinoda followed me specifically to watch what I was saying, and now, after I've messaged him, he's blocked me.
Fans are hating the band.
I do not like anything after Minutes to Midnight.
Co-founder Mike Shinoda claiming that Linkin Park never wanted to be part of nu metal, the very core on which it was based. Co-founder and drummer left the moment Chester died, and fans just can't stand the new vocalist.
Emily, Scientology's a cult. Scientology's a cult!
But apart from all this, there are many unanswered questions that frustrates everyone for a very long time. Like how Chester and other 3 celebrities faced the same kind of death. Why choose a vocalist who's connected to one of the most controversial religions in the world?
Emily Armstrong is 100% an active, currently active Scientologist.
And why their style of music is failing to win hearts since 2007 album Minutes to Midnight. Because even after being nominated for the best rock performance in their new album, Emily needs more than a decade to reach the amount of sales that were made with the help of Chester. Well, we're going to answer them all, as this is Linkin Park's complete story. When Linkin Park held a tribute concert for Chester Bennington, the bonding between fans and the band was something that was never witnessed before. Everyone was feeling emotional by seeing the mic stand without Chester. Yet by singing together, each one of them believed that Chester's legacy as well as of Linkin Park will not be wasted. It will stay alive for time immemorial. However, inside Mike's mind, something else was also going on. After several months of this concert, Mike responded to a fan's tweet, who was desperate to see Linkin Park together. And in response, he said, "I have every intention on continuing with LP, and the guys feel the same. We have a lot of rebuilding to do, and questions to answer, so it will take time." However, a few months later, he revealed something disturbing.
Did you doubt at any time that, like, oh, no, Chester's gone, maybe I don't want to do music anymore? Was there any of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. It's like, for me, it just felt like too much.
Losing Chester was the biggest blow to his life. There were moments when Mike walked into the studio but couldn't gather enough energy to continue without Chester. After all, without the lead singer, the band is always incomplete, and the haunting memories of seeing Chester in the studio was eating him every day.
Work on it, buddy.
I'm addicted to Chester. That's the problem. I have a problem. I've admitted it.
It reminded him of the moments when the band was formed.
You know, it's kind of a funny thing. One day we're in the studio and we're working on a song, and Mike was just like, "Do you think you could like just scream like this like thing?" And I was just like, you know, like kind of like, "Rah!" And he was like, "Yeah, can you just do that all the time?" You know what I mean? Like just forever on every song. And I was like, I guess, yeah.
While working at a digital service firm around 1999, Chester left his birthday party to audition for Linkin Park in California. He was on the verge of giving up his music career. At the same time, Linkin Park founders, including Mike Shinoda, were struggling to catch the attention of any record label company. So they also needed a lead vocalist to save their band.
That was when everything that came out of my mouth, Mike was like, harder, harder, sing it harder.
And who could have been better than Chester Bennington? But apart from being addicted to Chester, there were some things that Mike hated about him all the time.
And also be seen through the lens of what had happened.
Yeah.
Like for that to be attached. It was like being a member of a club that I didn't want to join.
Between 2007 to the moment Chester died, Mike and all the members of Linkin Park were forced to cancel many shows. And the reason behind this cancellation was not because of lack of security on the ground or a natural circumstance. It came down to injuries, illness, and his documented struggles with addiction.
With alcoholism or drug addiction or anything like that. And that's a part of my life, and that's been a part of my life.
To name a few incidents, in 2007 tour for Minutes to Midnight, Chester suffered a wrist injury. He attempted to jump off a platform, which resulted in the cancellation of a couple of shows.
If you want to call it quits, here, take it, slide over the wrist.
If you want to call it quits at any point.
Go
No.
loose, go loose, go loose.
No.
Let's get out of
Fucking hurts, dude.
here.
What a fucking idiot. I'm an idiot.
Then in 2011, during a Thousand Suns World Tour, Chester fell ill again, and Linkin Park was forced to cancel 3 shows, and a final show at Pensacola Beach, Florida.
Chase me one step closer to the edge. You're not my boss of bright. I need around to break. One step closer to the edge. You're not my boss of bright.
Not to mention the Hunting Party tour in 2015, when Chester tried to slam dunk during a basketball game and broke his ankle. The look on Mike's face was clear in front of the camera.
The reason he is so upset is he wants to do that every day. Like he wants to go, had his mindset on like.
Mike and others were already upset with the reputation of the band getting affected, because canceling a single show immediately sets a long-term impact in viewers' mind.
Are you 100% sure you want to give tonight a go?
No, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Honestly.
The situation worsened when fans started expressing hate towards their albums like Living Things or Minutes to Midnight.
Raw emotion that people were feeling. They use that album as more of a critique on things. The album draws from like a lot of like religious and political views. It's definitely a way more tame album than the last 2. I believe that super alienated them from their fans because their fans did not want this album.
How they were switching on and off from nu metal to rap music.
But the band sounds nothing like they used to.
For example, their 5th album Living Things is an electronic heavy album. The Hunting Party was described as nu metal, hard rock, rap rock. And One More Light was described as pop, pop rock, and electro-pop.
Raw emotion that people were feeling. They use that album as more of a critique on things. The album draws from like a lot of like religious and political views. It's definitely a way more tame album than the last 2. I believe that super alienated them from their fans because their fans did not want this album.
Thus making fans like this fight the government after listening to Linkin Park. Even Chester admitted this unstable switch, like how Linkin Park combines the elements of metal, pop, hip-hop, and electronic.
We've always been like too hard rock for pop and too pop for hard rock.
So keeping in mind all the things that happened with the band, Mike took the harsh decision to take some time off and pursue his solo journey.
I'm a little bit insecure, little confident, cause you don't know what I can, and sometimes I don't make.
This was at the 2018 Reading and Leeds Festivals, one of Mike's first solo performances after losing Chester. The same year, he also released a hip-hop song called About You.
This is that gather around it and wonder where I found it. This is that wake up, make.
Now, you can imagine what kind of picture this was creating in the eyes of the rest of the Linkin Park members. Maybe this is why Rob Borden, the co-founding member and drummer of Linkin Park, didn't return when the band came back in 2024. Mike Shinoda said Rob had wanted some distance from the band over the years, but then someone was waiting to take Chester's place.
I spent the most time with Emily, so I was like, yeah, she's good. She's like, in all of the things I just described earlier, like, she's good.
In 2020, Linkin Park's bassist Dave Farrell revealed that the band is working on new music. And rumors were already swirling around that they were planning to replace Chester with lead vocalist of the band Dead Sarah, Emily Armstrong. Influenced by Nirvana, there's no doubt Emily is a talented singer. She could play drums, write songs, and at their first gig in Los Angeles nightclub The Mint, she was singing and playing bass at the same time. But the biggest question here was, why choose a woman's voice to replace Chester? This was completely opposite of what was expected from Linkin Park. So why Emily?
Like it was just like something clicked.
Yeah.
Like I was ready, and I think they were ready. Like whether we knew it or not, it was just let the music kind of speak, and just being like whatever's going to happen from this, it's going to be cool.
Apart from clicking at the moment, Mike clarified his reason for choosing Emily. He said, "So when I was watching this YouTube video of this cover band, I was like, that's really cool, but it's also creepy that it sounds so much like Chester. I don't like it. It weirds me out. It made me immediately know that it wasn't the move for us. I don't like it. I like it for the cover bands, I just don't like it for us." Yet, what was so creepy about it? When every fan of Linkin Park was dying to witness the glimpse of Chester again, why not use someone who sounded exactly like him? After all, Mike was addicted to Chester, right?
Work on it, buddy.
I'm addicted to Chester. That's the problem. I have a problem. I've admitted it.
Moreover, Mike also likes Sum 41 band lead singer as a perfect replacement for Chester. And viewers were getting ready to accept him as the new Chester.
Derek, did a very good Chester voice.
However, Mike was adamant about bringing Emily forward.
It was just me and Joe and Dave, and Joe was like, do you think Emily would just sing? Could we just have her sing all of the stuff? And he wasn't like being silly. He was like serious. He's like, do you think we could demo like her voice as the lead, like on certain songs, like just her on the whole song, just to hear what that sounds like? And I heard him say that. I was like, this dude's a believer. He's because she's going to do, I know she'll be down to do it. I know he's going to hear it and he's going to like it. I'm positive. So then I was like, okay, this is the fact that he came to that conclusion before even I suggested anything was like really, that was a big deal.
Learning French for like a year and a half, and I'm so afraid to do it in front of you guys. I can't do it. I should have not said that.
Now, Emily may have managed to become part of Linkin Park. Her first album with the band was nominated for Best Rock Album and reached #1 in more than 10 countries. But one thing that no one has the answer to is how did the band meet Emily?
How did this come together, Emily? You joining Linkin Park?
And whenever someone asked the same question,
was Linkin Park sessions or what were you working on then?
No.
They never had a clear answer. Like something is trying to hold them back or forcing him to not share the exact reason.
It was never really an audition in like the true sense of the word, because we were just trying to figure ourselves out.
I met Emily in 2019.
When you reached out, it was around the time of that.
Yeah, for the Hollywood Bowl.
Benefit.
This also reminds us of the moment when Chester Bennington's mother felt betrayed. She believes that hiring Emily is part of erasing the entire past of Linkin Park. This includes Chester himself. Most importantly, Mike promised Chester's mother that they told me if they were ever going to do something, they would let me know. They didn't let me know, and they probably knew that I wasn't going to be very happy. I'm very upset about it.
It's not that Emily's a bad vocalist, it's that she apparently has the past that she has, and she has not, in my opinion, given an appropriate response.
So does this mean that Mike wants to erase the past? Well, the answer may lie into something else. After around 8 years of Chester leaving this world, it was Linkin Park's comeback. The crowd could not hold their excitement, and were waiting to see, hear, and feel something what they saw in the band from the very beginning. The hope was high, and the timing to hit fans with something big was just perfect. But then, notice the reaction of the fans? Emily was looking in the eyes of the audience, hoping that they would be extremely excited to see her as the lead vocalist. This was not only about becoming the lead vocalist of Linkin Park, it was actually about taking over Chester Bennington's place. Many were disappointed, many were confused, and those who recognized her were quick to point out the ugly truth.
Emily, Scientology's a cult. Scientology's a cult!
The woman is a prominent member of Scientology, America's most secretive religion, with controversial actions like infiltrating the US government, harassing its critics, and recruiting celebrities like Tom Cruise over the decades.
Who are you? We are not what you expect.
The church even passed flyers outside casting companies, advertised in magazines like Variety on how to get ahead in the film industry. So that in return from celebrities, the Church of Scientology can promote its multi-billion-dollar reach worldwide. Emily did respond to the backlash. She addressed the Masterson controversy directly, but never clearly confirmed or denied her ties to Scientology. But everything became clear when she attended the trial of convicted rapist Daniel Masterson, an actor who raped 2 women in 2003, and was supported by Scientology to suppress the victim's voice.
The church's attorney, a man named Kendrick Moxon, and her ethics officers to sign an agreement with Danny or she would face being declared, expelled, and lose all contact with her own family and friends.
Luckily, when musician Cedric Bixler pointed out Emily's support for the same man, it was time to dig deeper into her background. Cedric said, "Do your fans know about your friend Danny Masterson, your rapist friend?" Now, the reaction of fans against Emily received mixed results. Some said they don't like Emily because she wasn't a guy. After all, the first song on which Emily appeared sounded very identical with Linkin Park's Castle of Glass.
The emptiness machine. For you to see.
Some asked creators to leave her alone, while others pointed towards an interesting controversy against the leader of Scientology. In 2019, multiple lawsuits of human trafficking were filed against the Church of Scientology, something that also reminded fans about the conspiracy theory behind Chester's death. Now, I'm not claiming that Scientology was behind Chester's death, nor does it make sense to say that Emily's position in Linkin Park is backed by Scientology.
Are you attempting to investigate Scientology?
Are you attempting to investigate Scientology?
What kind of glasses are these?
What kind of glasses are these?
Has he been filming?
Go back to the beginning.
All you have to do is follow the commands.
But keeping in mind how the members of Scientology harass their critics, this raises a serious question. Paulette Cooper wrote a book called The Scandal of Scientology, revealing the dark side of the church. And to shut her down, the church specifically launched Operation Freakout with an aim to put Cooper behind bars. The operation was focused on spreading false information against Cooper, that she's planning to bomb an Arab consulate. 2 Scientology agents even attempted burglary at a courthouse in Washington, D.C., to ensure that they remove unfavorable evidence against its founder, L. Ron Hubbard, the same guy who ordered Scientology followers to shun critics by any means possible. By any means, I mean any possible option. When Chester performed at Chris Cornell's funeral, the level of emotions on his face pointed toward 2 main things. 1, Chester felt more pain than anyone at the funeral. And 2, according to a viral conspiracy theory, the claim that he and Chris were secretly working to expose child abuse and trafficking. In a deleted post from X, a user by the name of An Open Secret posted something that instantly went viral. The post dating back to 2018 clearly said, Chris Cornell was the main financial backer for a documentary, The Silent Children, about child sex trafficking. After he died, the project was canceled. Chester Bennington was going to appear in the documentary. His band Linkin Park was going to contribute music. If you type The Silent Children on Google, it will direct you to this IMDb page. The plot of the documentary says, 2 rock stars battle to expose an underground child auction, located in the basement of the Getty Museum in Los Angeles, California. They become the targets of assassins hired by rich and powerful men, desperate to keep a lid on their criminal conspiracies. The plot may sound similar to what happened to Chris and Chester, but the most interesting part about this documentary is that it's been given 7 stars by IMDb. Yet nowhere on the internet you will find its existence. Now, many people have also died while exposing child-related offenders. Virginia Giuffre was one of the biggest accusers of Jeffrey Epstein. She was the one who exposed Epstein's connection with Prince Andrew, but committed suicide in April 2025. Mark Middleton, an assistant to President Bill Clinton, who allowed Jeffrey Epstein to meet him, also died, in a death that was officially ruled a suicide. However, Chris and Chester did not accuse anyone. The theory claims they were secretly working to expose human trafficking, but it's never been proven. Chester revealed about this only to his son. You will be proud of me when I finish what it is that I've started. I'm undercover with my buddy Chris, and even though I can't tell you what I'm doing because you may lose your life, you will be so proud of me. So who revealed about their secret mission is something no one knows. But the important thing here is why Chester was suddenly on a mission to expose human trafficking when he was busy with Linkin Park. What was the need to shift his entire focus towards Chris when Mike and all the band members were waiting for him to lead? Well,
I've been a huge fan of Chris, and to be able to do this is we're blessed.
After meeting Chris Cornell in a 2008 concert, Chester could not be more blessed. Because he grew up listening to Soundgarden songs, a rock band that pioneered the concept of grunge music in the mid-1980s, an alternative rock genre that smoothly blends punk rock and heavy metal. And Chris Cornell was the co-founder of Soundgarden. So you can imagine how Chester would have felt when he performed with one of his idols. But apart from all the inspiration Chester received, there was something else that brought him closer to Chris than any other member of Linkin Park. And the reason behind that was this.
That it's a issue, but that's kind of cloudy. I mean, I have other friends that were extremely talented musicians that died in other ways.
Just like Chester, Chris's parents also divorced during his teenage period. Chris also suffered from severe depression and consumed marijuana, alcohol daily from age 12. As he was also looking for an escape, he credited his mother for saving his life when she gifted him a snare drum. Similarly, at the age of 11, Chester was consuming every form of to escape reality. Marijuana, opium, cocaine, meth, LSD, and even smoking meth in bongs.
I started using drugs when I was 11. So it was, I definitely wasn't making records at that time.
Not to mention, Chester was sexually abused by an old male friend, who turned his innocence into crazy violations. Soon he was forced to do things he never wanted, or aware about, and was beaten up whenever he dared to refuse. So seeing his idol going through the same pain convinced Chester to get more closer to him. Maybe this is why Chester said this after meeting Chris. Sometimes you meet someone and it feels like you've known each other forever. And the more he got closer to Chris, the more he felt like he found a lost brother. Chester became the godfather of Cornell's son. However, in continuation of this bond, Chris and Chester went on a secret mission, something that could also risk their lives. You see, in 2012, 4 years after meeting Chester, Chris and his wife formed Chris and Vicky Cornell Foundation to help children who face abuse and are homeless. If you look at their first meeting on stage, Chester and Chris also performed on a song that focused on child hunger. The lyrics of the song were, "The fire's cooking and the former babies of slaves are all working. The blood is on the table and the mouths are choking, but I am going hungry." So keeping in mind their haunting childhood memories, Chester confirmed to the creator of the Silent Children documentary that Linkin Park will dedicate a specific song for the children. If you check the last 4 lines of the Silent Children intro, you can see that it clearly says, "The inclusion of artists will add a lot more sizzle, media interest and potential viewership." Some of those artists involved might include the Dave Matthews Band, John Mayer, and Linkin Park. Moreover, in July 2017, Chester wrote to the Orange County District Attorney that he was all for a fight against human trafficking and exploitation. Chester responded, "Thank you for passing this along. I'll be sure to bring this to the band ASAP. I'm positive that we will be willing to work with the OCDA to do whatever we can to put an end to human trafficking in our communities. Thanks." On the other hand, Chris also mentioned his reason behind helping children. "I was lucky enough to be in the right place at the right time to make a career doing something I love. Not every kid gets those opportunities. I'm in a fortunate position to use music to support important causes that help foster change." Maybe this attracted the attention of the people who were against their mission, because what happened next was never imagined.
In light of our dear friend Chris Cornell passing away, we decided to play our song One More Light in honor of him to start this off. We love you, Chris.
On May 18, 2017, Chris committed suicide in MGM Detroit hotel room, but the autopsy report revealed that did not contribute to his death. The medical examiner still officially ruled his death a suicide.
Chris Cornell had 9 broken ribs and a gash in the back of his head when he hung him. Yes, and they said the official story is from the CPR.
Now, the pain of losing him was unbearable for Chester. You can see the look on his face how he was trying his best to stay normal during this performance, trying to hold his emotions while performing at Jimmy Kimmel's show. To express his pain, Chester also published this emotional post on his Instagram page, which is still live on his account. "Dear Chris, you've inspired me in many ways you could never have known. Your voice was joy and pain, anger and forgiveness, love and headache all wrapped up into one. I suppose that's what we all are. I can't imagine a world without you in it. Thank you for allowing me to be part of it." Maybe Chester got more connected with Chris than any of Chris's family members. But no one, including Mike, imagined how soon Chester would be gone too.
911, what's your emergency?
And his housekeeper came out and said that he unfortunately killed himself.
On July 20th, 2017, Chester died by suicide at his home in California. He was just 41 years old. This concludes this video that was recorded 36 hours before his death.
What do you guys have?
Just chocolate pudding or canned dog food.
In the video, they were consuming canned dog food to have some fun. But you can see that Chester was highly drunk during this time.
3, 2, 1, go.
While others reacted normally when the taste buds hit their mouth. Turns out Chester's behavior was falling under the same warning signs of suicide that was shown while interviewing his wife.
We're going to put some of those warning signs, I think, on the screen. Feeling hopeless, like a burden to others, depression, anxiety, lack of interest, withdrawing, easily angered or agitated, increased drinking or substance use.
Nonetheless, keeping in mind the recent post by ex-guitarist of Red Hot Chili Peppers, Chester's suicide hints towards something else.